And welcome back. We're live again. We were live just last week, and it seemed to fly by really fast because now we're live again. All right. Who is here tonight? Q and Fee here, a friend of mine and fellow content creator, says, "Are we ready to rumbly?" I'm glad you said rumbly because apparently "Are You Ready to Rumble" has been copyrighted by Michael Buffer. Or no, it's trademarked. And you're not allowed to say, "Let's get ready to rumble." Otherwise, Michael Buffer might sue you. So that means he might sue me for what I just did. So shit. Nobody tell Michael Buffer that I just did that, okay? All right, Jonna's here. She also says hello to Q and Fee. Frida Mind in the house. Buddy Love. All my party people here on a Saturday night. I don't know about you guys, but the weather finally got cold and nasty. So this is like, the best thing I can think to do on a Saturday night when it's cold and nasty out. Go live and hang with my party people all over the world. All right. Andy's here. Adam R. All right. Jack Draper. I like turtles. All right. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? So tonight, I thought we would talk about some of the positions that Trump has been filling. You know, he's been giving people the tap, and so there's a plethora of characters who have been given the Trump tap, but mainly the big news is all about Trump and Elon being like best buds now. Trump and Elon are like BFFs now. The media is officially calling this a bromance. Yeah, I should probably have updated my title to include the word bromance because that's like the new hip thing to call this. They're not best butt freaking buddies. No, it's a bromance, y'all. Just a couple of bros having a mance, if you will. All right. You know what's funny is I don't remember the MAGAs who support Trump, and support the plan and trust the plan. I don't remember the MAGAs being huge Elon Musk fans, but now they kind of have to be. So now you see the hardcore MAGAs like, well, I never really liked Elon Musk all that much, but since he's Trump's BFF and they're having a bromance, I guess I like him now. I guess I think he's a pretty cool fella now. I'm starting to like that guy a lot more now that he's Trump's BFF. First super chat of the night coming in from Dale Hess says, hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Dale Hess, getting us started. First super chat love of the night. Thank you, sir. All right. So I thought it was funny that, like, just before the selection, Elon came out real hardcore, like, this is the most important election if you truly want to save democracy. Him and Joe Rogan, fully endorsed Trump. And so it was like this big promotional cycle where it was like, okay, Trump cross promotes Joe Rogan and Elon. Elon cross promotes Rogan and Trump, and Rogan cross promotes Trump and Elon. So it's like this big popularity cycle, like, oh, okay, all these people love Trump, so let's try and get as many of them as possible to now also love Elon Musk. And we want to make sure that all these people are listening to Joe Rogan as well. And so we want to make sure to spread this popularity around and give all the people we want the Trump tap, the Trump love, so that they can feed off of his popularity. And then we have all the evil democrats positioned as the bad guys that they're fighting against. Quite the dichotomy they set up. And is the public falling for it? Yeah. Hook, line, and sinker, as they would call it. Is the public falling for this? Hook, line, and sinker? Ring a bell? Yes. The public totally fucking falls for this. The public is stupid. All the Trumpers think that they won. America's already being fixed. Trumpers right now, because gas went down like 20 cents, they're like, look what Trump did. He already made the gas cheaper. Told you he was going to fix them. Like, Trumpers literally think that Trump already personally turned the gas price down because he loves you. Like, that's where their head's at. And of course, whenever I criticize Trump, that just means like I'm inviting myself to lose 50 subs. But you know what? Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit, which is why I continue to do this. There's channels out there that won't say shit because they're afraid they might lose some subs. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'm going to call it out as I see it. So now all the Trump tards have to pretend like they love Elon Musk. How's that working out for you? And of course, Elon Musk is like pushing, like that we should have real IDs, which eventually will be a real chip in your real body. It's the precursor to the mark of the beast being rolled out by the good guys, right? Who are here to save you and fight those evil democrats. See how it works? This is how they roll out the mark of the beast and trick everyone's stupid ass. All these illegals flooded the country illegally. You know what would fix it? A real ID implanted into your body. Doesn't that sound great? And then if you're one of those illegal democrats, we'll just turn your little computer chip off and you won't be able to buy nothing. Doesn't that sound like a good idea to get rid of all those filthy illegals? Huh? Yeah, I know. Are you ready to line up and take that chip right now? I bet you are. MAGA, baby. Get that chip inside your asshole right now. But that's not all, guys. That's not all. Trump went to go watch Elon's SpaceX rocket launch because Trump believes in fake outer space, right? When was the last time Trump said, "Let me tell you something, people. This is a harsh reality. It's going to be a very uncomfortable, inconvenient truth. Nobody ever landed on the moon. I'm an honest man. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Space is bullshit." Oh, he won't do that. That's as close as you're going to get to Trump telling the truth about outer space, is me doing that impression. Literally as close as you will ever get to hearing that. I'm Rigged says Elon wants to smash Kai Trump bad. So we're going to get into Trump hanging out at Elon's little space launch. But I just want to point out, okay, moon landing fake, space station fake, SpaceX fake. All of the space missions are fake. Does Trump tell America the truth about how fake space is? Oh, no. He's totally on board with fake space, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if under Trump's watch we get, an admission that there might be alien life that they may have discovered. Yeah. And I'm sure Trump will be totally happy to bring us that maybe evidence of maybe extraterrestrial life maybe existing out there. Thank you. I'm rigged for the donation. I appreciate that. All right. So let me show you guys the video I wanted to. I looked up a few different Trump Elon videos, and some of them, the pixels are really bad. It's like 360p, but I found a couple of them where it's pretty clean footage. It looks to me like they've rolled out the fake Trumps. So remember how last month I did a stream about how Trump worked at McDonald's, and it seemed a little bit like they were using a doppelganger Trump, like a fake Trump, an imposter Trump at the McDonald's. This Trump right here also seems like some sort of doppelganger Trump. So I haven't played the video yet, but I want you to pay attention to just the look on his face and the mannerisms. There's something about this version of Trump that just seems odd to me. Just the look on his face, just this seems very masky to me. And of course, my stream's lagging a bit. I don't know why I get this weird vibe that that's not the original Trump, that that's some sort of doppelganger fake Trump. I don't know why. The look on his face, the hat, the hair, something is just not matching the McDonald's Trump. That looks like a hyper realistic mask, in my opinion. Like the eyes are like a little too squinty. He's not really doing anything or saying much. Not much Trump energy.
There, that's the ship that is now going around the Earth. So if you want to maybe get a better view, if you come, let's go.
His physique is different. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm. Everybody who sees this is saying the same thing. Pretty much anyone who takes a good look at this, who has like a working brain, is like, that don't look like Trump. Something's off. Let's see if I can find the beginning of this clip here. There we go. There's other footage, but a lot of the footage is very grainy. And so this was one of the more clear videos I could find. And even it's not that great. Imagine that. You find a bunch of 360p footage of this. What do you guys think? I get this imposter Trump vibe personally. Rose says Trump definitely has bigger coconuts. Trump has bigger coconuts. Todd says doppelganger. This is what it looks like a dude who has like a proper Trump disguise to trick a normie, but he doesn't have like much to do, so he's mainly just been told to just stand there and look like Trump. I think they're testing the gullibility of the public, of the Trumpers. So they fooled America with a fake Joe Biden, but there were hardcore Trumpers who actually noticed that they were using a CGI Joe. who noticed that they were using an imposter Joe. So now they have to test the level of tardation of the Trumpers tardation, to see if they'll even recognize that their own orange messiah has been replaced by some doppelganger impersonator. So this looks like some sort of a test. Like, okay, we'll put a fake Elon next to a fake Trump, and we'll see how many people buy this and how many alarm bells go off in the comment sections. And as long as it's a minute amount, then that means we're going to get away with this. So they could test the public with shit like this. And you know what? The public's pretty dumb. I mean, that's a good word, orange tard. Orange tards believed that he got shot in his ear and then got up and posed while the crowd, who never dispersed, chanted USA. Yeah. Remember when I told you the truth about that charade? They took down a couple of my videos and I lost hundreds of subs just for telling you the truth about the whole ear shit. Ugh. Oh, bigger moobs. He's got bigger moobs. He looks more bronze than usual. Yeah, it just looks like a Trump impersonator, a Trump doppelganger, or a hyper realistic mask. Like this might be, what they can do to make a regular person look like Trump, and they're just testing what they can get away with. Like, let's just see if we can take just a random janitor, turn him into Trump, just have him stand there. If we can get away with that, then we definitely can have a team of actors pull this off anytime. See, once you point it out that it don't look quite right, then it like jumps off the screen at you that that's not the same fucking Trump, not the same one from McDonald's. And I thought that the one from McDonald's seemed a bit off. Exactly. Now imagine being a Trumper who voted for him and you see this and your heart starts to sink, but you can't admit it. A Trumper could probably never swallow their pride after voting and all that shit, to look at that and be like, you're right. It doesn't look like the same Trump. Oh, shit. I don't think a Trumper could swallow their pride and come to that conclusion. I think they're stuck for 4 years worshiping their orange messiah, no matter what he does or says. And so far, he's done some pretty damn questionable shit. Whether it's the fake Trump or the real Trump, whatever, the Trump character has already done some really questionable shit. Even if you're a hardcore Trump supporter, you should be scratching your head going, he chose Dr. Oz to be the head of Medicare and Medicaid? Yeah. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see this mess right here? Look at this. Trump chooses Dr. Oz. Yeah, the TV doctor who promoted that you go get the jib jab a bunch of times, who promoted the boogeyman disease will get you. Yeah, that Dr. Oz. Trump has appointed this guy apparently in charge of Medicare and Medicaid, and he can possibly make changes now to the Medicare and Medicaid system. Imagine that. TV doctor is the guy who Trump chooses. So any Trump supporters here, whip out your excuses now. But Jake, are you some kind of California commie Kamala voter? Don't deflect your shit. Give me a good excuse, Trumpers. There's got to be a Trumper or two watching who probably feels uncomfortable right now, as you should. Give me an excuse for this shit And don't deflect and call me some California commie, Kamala, whatever. No. Give me an excuse for why he picked Dr. Motherfucking Oz. If you can muster one up, Trump taint lickers. And I'm not calling you guys, my awesome audience, Trump taint lickers. I'm calling, that one or two who's always hanging out in my audience. That there's always 30 to 50 who unsub from me every time I say Trump taint lickers. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Whether YouTube takes them away without their permission or whether they actually unsubscribe, that I couldn't tell you. Shady Davy D says, over 300 in the chat. Please hit the thumbs up. Not Dr. Phil. No, not worse than Dr. Phil. Dr. Oz is worse than Dr. Phil, in my opinion. Yeah, listen to Davy D and smash that thumbs up button. We've only been here for 20 minutes. We're just getting started, baby. I got a whole lot of fun for you. And this is just the beginning of our little adventure here. I got some stuff lined up, man. That Trumpers are really going to have to do some mental gymnastics for their orange messiah. I mean, this is bad enough right here that he picked Dr. Oz. Guys, who has a memory? Does anyone here have a memory? I have a memory. You want to know what I remember? I remember Dr. Oz back in 2021, right during the height of the boogeyman disease. Said that you shouldn't eat at a restaurant because the boogeyman disease is more likely to hide out inside the restaurant, right? So remember when all the restaurants in like 2021, late 2020, going into 2021, the restaurants pulled their shit from inside outside. And so you had all these restaurants that like, oh, you can eat outside, but you can't come inside. Yeah. Dr. Oz was pushing that nonsense on TV to like his middle-aged soccer mom fan base. Mostly it's all sheeple-ass women who watch Dr. Oz. And he pushed that you go get the jab. He pushed that you go get the jab over and over again. That was a big point of his show. And then he also pushed that inside of restaurants, you're more likely to get sick. So you should eat outside. He was one of those guys. And you know what? His evidence was like him showing a black light of like speckle marks. And they were like, look at all these speckle marks when you have a black light. See? That's sickness that will get you. Whereas outside, there's not as much speckles when you shine the black light. They were just showing these random speckles on a counter when you shine a black light on a counter inside of a restaurant. They're like, look, that's the boogeyman disease. It'll get you. Dr. Oz was pushing that. He was pushing that you will get the boogeyman disease more likely if you eat inside a restaurant. And then remember, people started eating outside of restaurants. I remember. That's the guy Trump chose, y'all. I'm not shocked because I told you all along he's an actor on the world stage and a puppet. But people will always tell me, oh, Jake, you got it wrong. Trump's a good guy. And he's just playing this part and tricking all the Democrats. No, he's not tricking the Democrats. There is no trust the plan. He picked Dr. fucking Oz. Picking Dr. Oz to be on your team in any way, shape, or form disqualifies you from having any sort of plan that I will trust. He was already disqualified, but come on, y'all. And this ain't even it. He also picked Alex Jones for some position and like Linda McMahon, Vince McMahon's old-ass ex-wife. He picked her for a position. We're going to get into all that. All right. Joey Anthony said, Donald's admin cares about your health. Jake, after promoting McDaniel's seed oils and the jib jabberoo, most men have C cups now. Have you noticed? most men are not men anymore, and then the men who think they are manly men have Trump signs on their lawns. I care about freedom of speech, and I like owning guns. That's why I got a Trump sign out on my lawn, and that's why I'm an Elon Musk fan now. And that's why I'm also a Dr. Oz fan now, because Trump's fixing America one step at a time. It's a step in the right direction for freedom. If you want freedom, you better be behind Trump and Dr. Oz. Hey guys, did you hear Trump's fighting the deep state with Dr. Oz? and Elon Musk too. Trump and Elon Musk and Dr. Oz are all going to team up and beat those bad guys. I have all the faith in the world in Trump and Dr. Oz. But Jake, are you saying it would have been better if Kamala would have won? Yes, she would have been fucking a million times better. And the world would be at perfect peace if Kamala would have won. That's exactly what I'm saying. Sorry, I had to do that. It is a comedy show. I have to do something to keep myself entertained. The gas was cheaper, and it's already getting cheaper. Ever since Trump won the election, the gas has been going down. It's because he loves you, and he loves me, and he wants us to have more gas in our pickup truck for less money. Economy. Yes, I love the gas was cheaper deal. Trump personally makes gas cheaper because he loves you. And he wants you to have more gas in your freaking pickup, of course. Joe Biden hates you, and he wants you to have less gas in your pickup. So, you made the right move, America. Dr. Oz. All right. Seriously, the amount of mental gymnastics a hardcore Trumper has to do. Uh, uh, uh. He's working against the deep state, and he's tricking Dr. Oz into turning on his Democrat friends. Right? You'd have to make up something stupid like that Trump tricked Dr. Oz into turning on his Democrat friends, or he convinced Dr. Oz to be a good guy and fight against his bad guy, evil Democrat friends. Like Dr. Oz was on TV midday talking to who? That's a sheep audience. The midday audience on mainstream television caters to women who are at home, who are total fucking sheep. I mean, am I right? Look at midday television, like soap operas, fucking, Ellen, Oprah, Dr. That's all geared towards the sheeplest of the sheeple, women. And that's who Trump tapped. I'm going to pick Dr. Oz. Nobody is more qualified for the position to change Medicare and Medicaid for your elderly loved ones than Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz is the greatest doctor ever known. Frankly, I prefer him over Dr. Phil. Dr. Oz told you to go get the jib jab. I told you to go get the jib jab. We both agree you should go get the jib jab. I hope you took it. We both promoted it. But you're going to line up and you're going to vote for me. And you're going to pretend like you never took it. You took it. You loved it. You know it. All right. All right, let me show you some more of the choices that he made. I forget the exact title that he gave Linda McMahon. Let me look up Linda McMahon. Here we go. So Trump picked Linda McMahon to be education secretary. Linda McMahon, the guy who was married to Vince McMahon, who has a very colorful past, to say the least. And she's going to be in charge of education, right? I mean, who better? Vince McMahon's like old ass wife who he like cheated on. Of course, she's the top one for education. She's a super duper smart lady, and she's going to help all your kids in public school be super smart like her. Of course. Look at these headlines. Trump education secretary picked Linda McMahon, named in recent WWE child. Whoop-a-doo. Don't even want to say that on my channel. Don't want to even risk losing my ad revenue just reading this. But you guys to see, look at this. Why would he pick Linda McMahon? Is that really the best person for the job? Linda McMahon. Okay, who else? Wait, there's more. Didn't he pick Alex Jones for something? I forget what. Let's look it up. Trump picks Alex Jones. Alex Jones. The real risk of Trump's cabinet. I heard he was picked to do something. I tried to look it up just now, but it's like they're talking about something else from InfoWars. I could have sworn I heard that Trump picked Alex Jones to do something. Did you guys hear that? It looks like now they're covering it up with some other InfoWars stuff. But I could have sworn he picked Alex Jones for something. Oh, okay. I might have heard some disinfo that Alex Jones himself started. According to Emily, she says Alex Jones started that rumor himself. Okay. Okay, my bad. That would make sense. Make salty cracker cry. Yeah, what's up with all those people who follow all these like hardcore right winger channels and then they like turn their own name into Salty? Like, oh, well, I like salty cracker, so I'm going to be Salty Jake now. The Salty Jake cracker now. I'm going to change my name to, I like Owen Benjamin and Salty Cracker, so I'm going to be the Salty Bear, right? Fucking weirdos, dude. I'm sick of seeing these channels blasted all over my feed. Like, the lefties are losing it. Trump won, and the lefties are so upset. Let's watch a video of the lefties losing it. And it's usually like some black lady like, I can't believe that y'all voted for Trump. Well, America, you fuck you. They're upset, but it looks like they're like purposely doing it for views, right? So it looks like now you can just purposely pretend to be a lefty losing it just to get views, and then a bunch of right wingers will come along and react to your video losing it. So I'll bet you I could pretend to be a lefty losing it and probably get some of these right wingers to be like, look at this guy, he's losing it because he's a lefty, right? And they would totally run with that. All I would have to do is just pretend I'm a lefty losing it. I voted for Joe Biden, you guys, and I can't believe he freaking lost. You guys think it's funny that Trump won? Fuck all of you. I hate Trump and I hate all of you. Fuck you. Right? Like if you were to clip that and send it to all those hardcore MAGA channels, they'd be like, look at this lefty losing it right now. I'm going to react to this guy. He's a lefty and he's losing it. This is my chance to get 1 million views. Ha! I'm a right winger and I voted for Trump and he won. Here's a lefty and he's losing it. And then they'll play the clip of me, who's not a lefty, not losing it. And then they'll get a fucking 1 million views for that. They will. So there's a shitload of guys out there scouring the internet for a lefty losing it clip that they can show you. Hey everyone, I found a Kamala voter and she done voted for Kamala and she's upset. I found a Kamala voter and she's upset that Donald Trump won. Let's make fun of her and get 1 million views. Okay, Mark Dice, you loser. Yeah, some loser shit. Our guy won. Let's go find the lefties and make fun of them. Yeah, that's the kind of content that keeps like finding its way on my fucking feed for whatever reason. You know what else content keeps finding its way onto my feed? I wanted to ask you guys, are you guys getting a shitload of new channels recommended to you that hardly have any subs? And they're all like, I'm over 70 and I just created a YouTube channel. And it's like, why are you recommending this to me? I don't give a fuck. And then there's all these DoorDash motherfuckers. DoorDash, learn how to make more money on DoorDash. I'm the DoorDash bitch. You want to watch Mr. King DoorDash? It's like, dude, I don't give a fuck about DoorDash people. So YouTube is recommending me all these new channels, and it's like some shit that like I would never watch, and they keep trying to recommend it to me. Is this happening to you guys? I even keep hitting no, don't recommend me this channel. Oh, here's another one. I just quit my job. Who gives a fuck? Don't come here to YouTube if you just quit your job. But for whatever reason, YouTube is promoting that if you quit your job, come here to YouTube and tell us all about it and you'll make tons of money. And then they give that person views on that first video where they go, I quit my job. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm happy. And then they get like fucking 500,000 views on that video and they're like, whoa, now I'm a pro YouTuber now. I'm going to talk about how I quit my job. That's my whole channel, is that I quit my job and became a YouTuber. And I talk about how I quit my job. Yeah, well, what are you going to talk about next year? Anyway, I'm getting a little pissed off about it, but seems like there's this fucking plethora of like channels showing up that like, I quit my job and now I'm here on YouTube. It's like, dude, go away. We don't need an influx of a bunch of shit channels that don't do anything. Yeah, maybe it's my feed that they like to just show me trash that I don't want to watch, right? So that I'm not inspired. It's a big conspiracy against me. That's what it is. All right. Um, Me getting a little bit fired up right there, like raised my body temperature a few degrees, and now I'm hot. Rose. Uh, yeah, they still have stuff like that. So now I'm seeing a new ad uh, because I bought Netflix to watch that terrible fight, right? So that I could like make a video talking about how terrible it was. And so I was watching some Cobra Kai because I haven't watched it in a long time, and I wanted to catch up on Cobra Kai. And they had a an ad while I was watching Cobra Kai for a new erectile dysfunction gel. It's a gel that you rub on your erectile, and it's supposed to cure the dysfunction. And the whole time I'm thinking like, dude, that's got to be a total scam. You can basically like just sell somebody just some like regular lube and be like, it cures erectile dysfunction. You rub this on there, it feels good. It might help make you erect. Problem fixed, right? Erectile gel. Rub it on there. It'll fix the problem, right? So I saw this the ad for erectile gel while I was watching Cobra Kai, and I was like, man, what a scam! How are you supposed to like know what sort of active ingredient is really in there? Ken F says, I did the same, got Netflix to watch the Tyson fight, been watching Alice and Borderland, Japan Squid Games. I'm not really into watching shows that much. And Cobra Kai, I watched a couple seasons, like 2 years, like it's probably been 2 years. And I kind of got into it because when I was a little kid, I liked the Karate Kid movies. And so Cobra Kai, when I heard that they were going to relaunch Karate Kid as a show and that it's going to be centered around Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence being like grown men, in my head, I was like, that's going to be the stupidest, most ridiculous thing ever. I want to see how dumb that is. And I went into it figuring it was going to suck, like be the most terrible uh god awful rendition of an old show, but it actually was surprisingly entertaining, and I found myself actually digging it. So I watched the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai, and then I stopped watching Netflix. And so now that I have Netflix again, I'm like catching up on Cobra Kai. That's like the only show that I've sat and watched on Netflix. I'm just not into shows. It's mainly a waste of time. The writing, how they're tying Daniel Larusso and Johnny together, it is good, and then getting their kids involved in the storyline and stuff like that. I think it's written well. The only thing I'm not a fan of is like some of the fight scenes are super corny. So I think the old '80s movie, number 1 and number 2, and even number 3, like captured the fighting a little better, and it wasn't quite as corny. Whereas Cobra Kai, the fighting's getting a little stupid, like where the girls can beat up the boys and stuff like that. Yeah, see, back in the '80s, they didn't have women karate kicking the boys. But now, you got to make it to where a girl can beat up a boy as long as she knows the right karate. That's the ridiculous part. Yes, Daniel. Trump chose Vince McMahon's wife as education secretary. Who wouldn't, right? She's the best one for the job, right? All right. So talked about how it looked like a fake Trump was hanging out with Elon. Might have been a fake Elon for all we know. A fake Elon and a fake Trump. Uh, trust the plan. So the plan is that he's going to become BFFs with Elon Musk, who's talking about, real ID, precursor to chip in your body. We're supposed to trust this plan. And then he picks Dr. Oz and Linda McMahon to be on his team. I don't know. Pretty sketchy, even if you believe in the world stage. That should sketch you out just a little bit. I know it's all, a big act. And so this type of shit doesn't shock me. I didn't predict that those were the exact people he was going to pick on his team. But now in hindsight, it basically matches what I've told you, that this guy's a government bootlicker and an actor, and he ain't here to save nobody. And there ain't no master plan. There never was. Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out Elon Musk is connected to scams here on YouTube. So here on YouTube, I've witnessed on more than one occasion a crypto scam, a gigantic crypto scam, and I've even reported these crypto scams and was responsible for getting them shut down. YouTube had live streams where it would show a SpaceX launch, and it would show Elon Musk talking at like a podium, and it would be kind of far away to where you could tell it was Elon Musk, but then the words were in an AI Elon, and it would say, "We are doing a very exciting crypto giveaway. It's a one of a kind crypto giveaway. If you send 1 Bitcoin, then you will get 2 Bitcoins." So it was a scam where they were giving it an address on the screen for you to send your Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they were saying that they were going to send you 2 Bitcoins for every 1 Bitcoin you send. Or, if you send, any amount, they were going to double it and send that back. Of course, that's a scam, right? But I look at how many live viewers are watching. There was over 100,000 live viewers. And nothing but messages, just one after the other, like, "Oh my God, I'm sending my crypto right now," right? And so I reported it as being a crypto scam. And then the next day, I get an email saying that it was indeed some fraudulent scam that was taken down. So they even sent me an email saying that I indeed did properly identify a scam and that it's been removed. But my thing is if YouTube lets that scam run, if YouTube's involved, let's say, and lets a crypto scam go for 24 hours, 12 hours, however long, just think of how much Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto they could rack up in the scam. And then they can just quickly end it and say that they took it down. And it can all be done in-house. And so I've seen this scam used multiple times with Elon's face in an AI Elon voice. And so it's Elon's voice telling you to send your crypto. But it's AI Elon. So how many people are stupid enough to fall for that? Well, all you got to do is, get a few suckers to make a wrong move, and that would make it all worthwhile. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like that, but I've come across that a few different times. And the last time I saw it, it was a SpaceX launch, made to look like a SpaceX launch, and made to look like Elon was personally live telling you to send your crypto. Hank the Hillbilly with a donation. Thank you. I appreciate that, Hank the Hillbilly. I was wondering if someone else saw that. Okay, so some of you guys did see it, yeah. And I reported it, and then YouTube even did send me an email saying it was a fraudulent scam and that it was taken down. But still, you got to wonder, like, how many uh, bitcoins they rip off people. Hunter Thompson coming in with a donation. No super chat message attached, but I appreciate all the donations nonetheless. Thank you, Hunter Thompson. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, they're giving us the positives of AI because the negatives, are going to far outweigh the positives, and so they have to roll out AI and make it useful for us. But I'm already seeing some really bad stuff from this supposed good AI. So because of this supposed good AI, I'm hearing music that's like being spat out in seconds that if you try and recreate that using people would take hours and hours to record or days, or it would in some cases like you can have AI music sound too damn good to where it zaps the motivation to make real music. And when we're talking about art, and freedom of our expression, and music is a key piece of our human artistic expression. Once it's like taken away by computers, and the motivation isn't there to create art because the computers are doing it better and faster, well, that's bad in my opinion. And I'm already seeing great bands go the way of the dodo. So, in another 20, 30 years, how many great bands are still going to be out there playing? You know? So I'm already seeing AI destroy things that I love, like rock and roll music, live music in general. Another thing I heard is that some channels are getting copyright claimed after putting Suno AI music on their channel. So that's scary. So if I was to use AI to make up a funny song for me, right? And make up a funny song about some shills, let's say. Uh, and then it copyright claims, the song that it created for me that I helped it create. That's weird. So I'm hearing that you can get copyright claimed by AI now because of the Suno AI music. So that would suck. Cesaro Serrato with a donation, no super chat, but a donation. Thank you very much, Cesario. I appreciate that. Well, artists like Eminem, for instance, they've been creating artificial Eminem music for a long time. And so the real Eminem is long gone. And I've always said that there's, 100 dudes who sound exactly like Eminem. So now when you throw in AI into the mix and you have, AI Eminem and imposter Eminems, you can create an entire new Eminem album, and the real Eminem is dead for 20 years, right? So imagine real Eminem has not even been alive for longer than a decade, and they're just using imposters and AI to make new Eminem music, and they release it under the name Eminem, and it sounds like Eminem. Bap but the bap and the same and da and the still sounds the same and the bap but the bam and the bap but the bat to the da to the bap. So as long as it still has that sound of Eminem, as far as you're concerned, that's new Eminem music. What if it's 20 years removed from the actual guy? Fucking scary to think about it like that, right? That's why I still love my favorite old rock and roll band, Blue Oyster Cult, because it's a band that's still playing old songs from the 70s. And they're still up there really playing and not using recorded tracks. That's why I really love classic rock and roll and bands that get up there and still play for real. I have a huge appreciation for that for this reason. Uh, Cesario Serrato says open live stream. Oh, you want me to open it up for guests and stuff? Um, I might could do that. And Hank the Hillbilly with another donation. Thank you, Hank. Thank you, Cesario. I appreciate both the donations. Yeah, I've been saying this for a long time, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years or something. Pretty much since, like, I don't know, 2017 or 18, I think, is when I made my first video about it. Eminem has been replaced. No doubt in my mind. Same way there's no doubt in my mind that Dave Chappelle's been replaced. Eminem and Dave Chappelle, the original two dudes, are long, long gone. And there's a bastardized corporate version of those two dudes, which uses imposters and lookalikes. In the case of Eminem, he basically told you, he's the real Slim Shady, and all the other ones are just imitating. Yeah, well, those imitators are basically the as good as the real Eminem now, and nobody knows that the real Eminem is long, long gone. Yeah, that's why they got the fake Eminem with that like weird beard, where it looks like they like stuck a bunch of plastic pieces of fake beard into his face, and then he wears a hat and a hoodie to Lions games. Yeah. Joey Anthony says M's new music is AI nightmare fuel. The cafe lesbian they used to replace him isn't that convincing either. That's why he's always hiding his face. Yeah, and they have him more as like a lefty liberal type who opposes Trump. So remember several years back, he did this really terrible like rap, but there was no beat, no music. It was just like it was supposedly a freestyle, but it was obviously rehearsed. And he was like, "That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I pour it on Donald Trump? Probably not." Right? It was terrible. And he was like in some parking garage, and he was doing this terrible rap, and it just didn't look like Eminem, didn't feel like Eminem at all. And so I made my first video about it, and that first video blew the fuck up, and is one of the most highly viewed videos I've ever put out. That one and the first video I made about Dave Chappelle being replaced. So my first video about Chappelle and Eminem being replaced, both those blew up. Two of the most watched videos I've ever put out, and I stand by what I said all those years ago. I know for sure I'm right. And anybody who remembers those two dudes when they came out versus what they are now, it's clear they got replaced a long time ago. And the bastardized corporate version of Eminem and Dave Chappelle are nothing like they used to be. Old school Eminem didn't give a shit about politics and stuff like that. He didn't give a fuck. He was just happy to be a big time rapper. And so, like, he was talking about, Britney Spears and In Sync, and taking shots at them and shit. He didn't give a fuck about politics. So they turned Eminem into this like a corporatized, a lefty liberal Eminem. Yeah, there's some Eminem fans out there that like that would ruin their whole world to find out the truth about that guy. Like if you were to really show like a hardcore Eminem fan that like it hasn't been the same dude in a long, long time. You're literally falling for actors and pretenders and AI bastardized corporate Eminem. God, that would ruin someone's life. Jaquez Tallard says, "Me like football. Uh, you help pick favorites. Me think sometimes." was a weird, a weird message. I'm not sure what to make of that. Me like, I guess you're making fun of the fanboys, the NFL fanboys. Like that's my guess. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. I forget the exact year off the top of my head, but there was several years where Eminem wasn't in the limelight at all, and it was almost like he disappeared, and then he just came back all of a sudden. And so, right around the time they did that movie, is when they went and found some lesbo-looking Eminem that didn't quite match the original. So I don't even think that the movie I don't even think 8 Mile was the original Eminem. I think by that time they had already found some doppelganger. But when you go look at the original, or if you go try and find the earliest footage of Eminem, you'll see like it's a different dude. He had like blue eyes, and he kind of had this a little more of a macho, uh, typical dude kind of attitude, and more like I don't know, like a teenager who was really happy that he was finally getting his shot, his fame. And then by the time they rolled out that movie, then it was like this nude, dark-eyed, almost feminine-looking version of Eminem that didn't match the original version. And then from there, I think they've changed Eminems a few different times. So now we have this Eminem who's like younger than the real Eminem. So the guy that they're using to play the part of Eminem now, the one that shows up the Lions games, he looks like he's like 35, but they're trying to make him look like he's 50 something. And so they have this like really dark, black, fake looking weird beard. And it's like Eminem never ever looked like that. So it's like the same deal with Vince McMahon, where all of a sudden Vince McMahon looks completely different than he ever looked. Current Eminem looks different than he ever looked when he was younger. Now I know when people get older, your looks change, but not as far as like the type of fucking hair color that you grow out of your face and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, original Eminem had the butthole chin. Yeah, and now they cover up the butthole chin. J. Robert Oppenheimer says the excuse Trumpers always use when he appoints NWO shills is that they know where the bodies are buried. Oh, yeah, or like, oh, he's gonna expose them, or he put the real one in Guantanamo. That's the fake Dr. Oz. The real Dr. Oz, Trump put in Guantanamo Bay. Jake, don't you know? The real Eminem is in Guantanamo Bay. That's why there's a fake Eminem. Oh, Jake, the real Dave Chappelle got put in Guantanamo Bay by Trump. That's why there's a fake Dave Chappelle. Yeah. So I've heard the Quanentards use that sort of logic that Trump is the one replacing the celebrities. Like I said, mental gymnastics have to be performed in order to like somehow think that Trump is fighting the bad guys. Oh, I also wanted to give a shout out to my mod Emily here, who behind the scenes is working to bring down a very, very dangerous man. And so, for those of you who remember, I have exposed a wanted fugitive who still posts content here to YouTube. He goes by the name Goatus. He used to go by Spherage or Svedia. His real name is Gottis Logsdinch. And so he's still on the run, holding up in some country. We don't know where. So we suspect he might be in Kazakhstan, but we don't know for sure. And so Emily has used the legal system to file a lawsuit against YouTube for helping this guy, or basically letting him run his scams and whatnot on here. And so she's been in talks with one of a lawyer from Google. I'll let her tell you. I'll bring up whatever she has to say here. But anyway, Emily, if you want to give us some updates here, I'd be glad to update everyone. Or if you even want to come on, I could bring you on real quick, and you could give people an update. Or I could show your last video, whichever's clever. But anyway, she's using the legal system to try and get Gotis's channel taken down, and also get his Telegram taken down to cut off his funding. And she's been in talks with a lawyer from here on YouTube, Google, and so she's actually looking like she might get this done. And if she is to pull that off, that would be quite amazing, to use the legal system to actually take down somebody who's evil. Okay, I'll show Emily's vid real quick. And so for those of you who remember, and I know this is a little bit off topic from Trump, but I pretty much covered the Trump stuff. So I wanted to show you guys an update here. Let me pull up her video. Give me a second. So Emily runs the Primal Bell Miss Spherage Goatus parody channel. If that's confusing, she basically started this channel to be like similar as my parody channel, and it was in order to expose a wanted criminal and his girlfriend, who is also a wanted criminal. So I started the Spherage Goatus parody channel to warn people about a scammer and a dangerous man who went on to hire a hitman to attack his ex-girlfriend and his own infant son. And so he's wanted, and she also started this parody channel to expose his wanted girlfriend. And she's taken it several steps further, to where she's using the legal system to help get his channel removed here from YouTube and get his Telegram taken down. And so she did this this video a couple weeks ago. One second, let me pull it up.
And also what occurred. So let me get into it. And by the way, just prepare yourself that it's not disappointing, but it's not like some sort of immediate thing, what we want. But what's going on will probably result in what we want, and so that's good. So let's get into it. So when she first talked to me, the first thing I asked her was if she represented both parties. So this lawsuit was against YouTube and Google LLC. And the reason it was naming both is because our main problem is with YouTube, but Google is the parent company. So I named both as defendants. She reached out to me saying she represents Google. And so I double checked that she represents both clients, because sometimes he would have, legal representatives for both, but she represents both. So that was good. And then I asked her if she was okay with me recording her, because she's in a two-party consent state. And I'm going to go ahead and refrain from stating which state or which court for now. So she said she was not comfortable with that. And I asked her if she was recording me, and she said she was not. So she said she'd give me an email synopsis of everything that was discussed, though, and I said that was fine. So as we talked, she started out talking about the case not having been served yet, so we're not into the case, is what she said. So I served them electronically, and sheriff service is in progress. So that's what I told her. I said, well, sheriff service is in progress, so you're not formally served till you get that right. And she said, right. And so she didn't like that she's being formally served. And she got kind of steely, and she was saying, I'm not sure about your claim that my client actually has liability. And I said, well, yeah, not yet, but they would and it would be pretty staggering amounts of liability if this person successfully goes ahead, once you're aware of what he's doing, and does actually kill or harm not only the victims he's already accused of doing something to.
So she basically brought it to the attention to a lawyer from Google that this guy Goatus has been using his channel to fund illegal activity, such as hiring a hitman to kill his own infant son and his ex-girlfriend. And so she basically is brought forth this investigation, and her stipulation is she won't file the lawsuit against them, or will withdraw her lawsuit, one or the other, if they take down his channel from YouTube. And so they're conducting a formal investigation now, and she sent them all the info and all the proof and the court records and everything, because there's a gigantic pile of evidence that this guy hired a hitman. The hitman was caught, gave him up. The hitman has already been found guilty and has been sentenced to 12 years. And so basically, Goatus is a wanted fugitive who's still uploading videos here to YouTube, but he won't go live and he won't give away his location. So he's a wanted fugitive, and he's holding up in some country. We're not sure exactly where, but we think that it's in a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the Netherlands, which is where the attack took place. And so basically, I've been warning people about this guy for years. And then he went on to almost kill his own son and his ex-girlfriend. And so Emily here, being that she knows about law a lot more than I do, she's figured out a way to possibly deplatform him by bringing it to Google's attention that they are basically allowing this criminal to operate on their platform. She says, next step is that law enforcement pressured to subpoena the Bitcoin exchange. And so she's been behind the scenes working this legal system, and she's actually been making a lot of headway. And the fact that she's gotten as far as she has, guys, Google hired a top-notch law firm to handle this. And so they didn't just have any run-of-the-mill lawyer. Apparently, this was like some big-time company that represents them. And so this lawyer, for her to reach out and talk to Emily personally, they aren't going to do that unless they think that, like, you know, they might end up losing this, or that they could take a financial loss somehow. And so the fact that they're taking it serious and looking into this means that she's gotten a lot farther than I would have figured. And so there is a strong chance she might actually get this dangerous guy's funding cut, which would be great. Now, of course, that doesn't get him caught automatically, but if she is able to get his channel taken down, he can no longer pull e-begging scams to try and finish the job on his ex-girlfriend. So that's what's going on with the Goatus situation. For those of you who have been following that, and those of you who haven't been following along with that, I did a live stream talking about it a couple months ago. So you can go catch up on that if you want to learn more about it. But so one of these days, his channel might be gone, and it might be because of Emily here. And for her to be this persistent and make this happen, hats off to you, Emily. I don't know enough about law to make any of those moves. There's no way I could have pulled that off. So if you are successful, you're definitely going to get your shout out, and you're definitely going to be remembered for a long time for doing what many of us could never do, and use the legal system to actually take down an actual international wanted dangerous fugitive. All right. Looks like I missed the super chat. My bad. Let me go back and get it. I'm Slim Shady and I'm Slim Shady. Are you other Slim Shadys are just imitating? So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. I don't remember the lyrics well enough to even do gibberish, bro. I was never a big Eminem fan, to tell you the truth. So I don't even remember the song. I remember the chorus because that's easy, but I don't remember the song well enough to even do gibberish rap. The reason why I did gibberish rap so well to Bone Thugs and Harmony was because I was a huge Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. J. Robert Oppenheimer. Oh, I read that one. Somebody said I missed Kelly Yamaguchi super chat. So I'm going back trying to find it. There it is. Got it. Kelly says Eminem new album states he buried Marshall Mathers. Yeah, see, they have their tongue-in-cheek ways of telling you that they sold their soul to the devil, right? Their tongue-in-cheek ways of telling you that, it ain't the same dude anymore. It's kind of like their way they reveal the truth in plain sight. They mock the audience, gaslight those of us who know it ain't the same guy. Rose asks if Diddy is in fake jail. Oh, and thank you, Kelly, for the super chat. Sorry it took me a few minutes to get to it. I don't believe that any big time celebrities really spend their time in real prison. So it was like when I told you Trump's never going to get indicted and actually go to jail or prison or anything. And I said, if anything, nothing's going to happen and he's going to be president and he'll never do any time in jail at all. Not even fake jail. And see, so they're not going to have real celebrities do real prison time. Even if it's a celebrity like Diddy, who supposedly did a bunch of freaky deaky bad things and whatnot. Yeah, Diddy's a psyop. Like I went over, they want you to believe that a guy like Diddy is at the top of trafficking kids. So they want you to associate celebrities as the ones who do bad stuff. Meanwhile, the men who are really at the top of that industry, trafficking kids, you don't know what their names are. You don't know who they are. They're not in the spotlight. So they can trick people into thinking like, "Oh, Justin Bieber and P. Diddy did stuff with baby oil at P. Diddy's parties." And they'll get you thinking about all this stupid shit that doesn't really matter, right? And they'll get you thinking about celebrities and scenarios in your head that never really even took place. Meanwhile, the actual bad dudes who are kingpins, let's say, in the trafficking industry, their names you'll never get to know. Their faces you will never recognize. So they get you to associate trafficking with celebrities because that's who's the ones doing it, right? Celebrities. All right. I actually wanted to switch subjects here for a minute, and we can expose a lady shill. I want to expose a dirty lady shill. I found a video, and I just want to show it. So there's this person that used to be on the Baby Truther show with a fella named Jaron from the channel Jaronism. You know, that shill bag who I've busted over and over for being an actor, a no good, lying, dirty scumbag agent and shill. Yeah, there's this chick that was on his show, and they had this terrible show called The Baby Truther Show. And I exposed that it was a shill show, and I exposed that they were targeting children on this show. And I effectively got the show taken down. They no longer do it. But I did want to expose this person who always tied back to Jaron, this Rose 777. How many of you out there are familiar with Rose 777? She ties in with the flat earth shills. Now, when I bring up the flat earth, there is the real information, like the stuff I bring you and that Q and F brings you. And then there's the shill disinformation, which features a circling sun and stars circling above you in a dome, and a whole cast of shill characters, including this evil witch here, who I want to play this video. So this one is an expose done by a channel called Flint Truth. And I'm just going to play it.
He works for a big software company.
I work as a trainer in the technical and customer service department, and I love it. Frankly, I love telling people what to do and how to do it. I really love teaching and like showing people how to do things and teaching them how to do it. I was paralyzed in 2005. I had a stroke in my spinal cord. Life was good.
Feel free to pause it where you need to.
Yeah, I was
And that right there exposes the 777, where she's Rose 777, you know, and Crow 777, her partner, Lucifer, Satan, as you guys can read right here.
All right, not to be confused with the Rose here in my chat. The Rose here in my chat is a sweetheart, and I have met her, and she is not Rose 777. So this Rose 777 character is a nasty, no good shill witch, and we're going to get to the nastiness coming up here in a minute. But she has the 777 and also Crow 777. Whenever you see this 777 associated with one of these person's names, and they're involved, you know, with a conspiratorial subject, always look at this person as a possible shill, because if somebody's using a 666 or a 777, usually these are symbols that they're putting in plain sight to show you which team they're affiliated with.
Freemasonic 777. It says right on there, Mason 777 on the last slide. If you didn't see it, go look at it. And again, this is the number of views is 65 views. Unreal.
Yes, this evil witch I'm talking about is in a wheelchair.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I was a rebellious teenager. I even got sent away to Badville boot camp. Hi. I really love experiencing new things, doing like really random, spontaneous, crazy activities. I love traveling. I've been to Italy, France, Scotland, England. I went to the Netherlands last year and hung out with some great friends, and I'm planning on going back next year. Probably head up to some Hanover and Copenhagen. So, love to travel. I love to speak in random accents.
And as you guys can see right there, the Lodge 777 is in Antarctica with the whole flat Earth psyop and all that type of stuff. Again, read the bottom. New Era Masonic Lodge, number 777, formed in 1921. And it's in Antarctica. Now, I'm someone that believes that.
Oh, got someone here who knows her. Oh, you know her. So she ties back to Jaren in the Baby Truther show, which is one of the most god-awful, despicable shows ever here on YouTube. You know, which is why I destroyed it and got rid of it. She's still connected to Jaren. And she was the one who Nachikita moved in with. I find the whole thing very strange, personally. And so if you know her, well, you're going to have to explain this weird shit coming up here that I'm going to show. Because so far, I ain't showed the real bad stuff yet.
We are lied to on a grand scale. They're not going to give us the truth, whether it's flat, round. We don't know. What you believe the shape of the earth isn't necessarily a salvation issue. I would go further than to say it's not a salvation issue at all, except for the ball earth is the foundation, the father of lies. And these people, these Satanists, they lie to everyone on a grand scale. So who knows the truth? And if you start going to their indoctrination centers and believing their lies, they're going to have you either which way. Let's just
I've heard this about, Mark Sargent and Patty Steer. I met Patty Steer at the Flat Earth Conference, and she was nice to me. Yeah, no shit. What do you expect them to do? It's a group of people who are there to intercept you if you figure out that this place ain't a fucking globe. Of course they're nice. Mark Sargent is a nice guy. He's not mean to anyone. But he's a goddamn shill. A lion, piece of shit, shill. But he's a nice guy. No one has any stories of him being a dick. I'm sure if you go meet him, he'll shake your hand and be a nice guy. Does that mean he's not a fucking evil piece of shit shill? No, that just means he'll pretend to be nice to you if you meet him. Just like this chick. And guess what? I got some footage coming up where she's going to basically give herself away here. Why she acts nice. Why she acts the way she does.
But there's still blood on my desk from Halloween. The one I would definitely say is you have a metalhead.
obvious Satanist. Those metalheads are all Satanists, every single one of them. And of course, live stream with all these masonry and gatekeepers.
B, gore, terror firmer, trauma movies. I love trauma.
She loves terror, trauma, and horror movies, along with blood, guts, and gore. and heavy metal. That's a Satanist, okay? And I'm sure the reason why she's got her position on YouTube and position where she's making all this money is because she's a sellout Satanist, Kabbalist, evil, wicked witch woman that she is, who is connected. Her last name sounds Jewish. She flat out says in one of the video clips that her mother, her producer, viewing in a lot of her occultists on YouTube.
Into each of the killer, the ultimate Satanist, the ultimate masochist meeting together. I absolutely love Takashi Miike, and I need to learn Japanese so that one day I can communicate with him. There was an art class that was the abstract Angie, who I met. Of tools and tricks in order to transform people into evil. At the Halloween party this year. This is what I wore to work the day before Halloween.
Evil. I'm just proud and excited to show this off because it's proud.
There's certain stuff I'm looking for.
Very 7. They're not ironic.
Really ridiculous. People sometimes refer to me as a weirdo or fun-loving.
There we go.
Ironic.
I'm a really fun-loving, silly, ridiculous. People sometimes refer to me as a weirdo or crazy or out of my mind. I love people. I love all different kinds of people. I love giving and taking energy from people. I feel like I'm a comedian.
She loves giving and taking energy from people.
That's just a weird thing to say.
People sometimes refer to me as a weirdo or crazy or out of my mind.
People sometimes refer to her as a weirdo or crazy or out of your mind. Yeah. Just this little few snippets of you. Yep, I can see that.
I love people. I love all different kinds of people. I love giving and taking energy from people.
Who says that? I love giving and taking energy from people. Have you ever heard anyone say that before? Is that a popular saying? I love giving and taking energy from people. Like if I was to say that with that look on my face, wouldn't that be a red flag? I love giving and taking energy from people. Yeah. This is the person who was on Jaren's show.
I feel like I'm a comedian.
She loves giving and taking energy from people. Just like I said in the beginning, on the where it says these people expose themselves to these, they expose themselves by through their symbols, through the words that they say, and people just don't have the ears to listen. They don't have the eyes to see.
Hey, Sam. Not Chiquita moved in with that chick. You know, he left India so that he could go live with Rose. And it didn't work out. Shocker. Funny story, huh? And there was a guy like me who said, you know, Notch, this evil witch ties back to Jaren. Are you sure you want her to be a mod on your channel? Oh, I love being right. I love when I get to say I told you so. How'd that work out, Notch? Oh, you know, I think I know more about her than you do, you know. So people say that Rose is a shill, but I don't think that she's a shill. I know her better than you. Oh, okay. Okay.
And that I can adapt to different situations with people. I love to be a mediator and be on everyone's side and help people come to a conclusion, while at the same time I also have a very manipulative side, and sometimes I like to feel like a puppeteer, and that's why I think I listen pretty good for the show.
Puppeteer. She wants to lead and control people.
I guess
That's exactly what she wants to do on YouTube. She wants to lead and control people. That's what her role and job is. She's a gatekeeper. Steer people away from Jesus, steer people away from the truth, get them down this flat earth, thing, that psyop that they're stuck on. And, and if it was the truth, guys, you wouldn't have athletes and celebrities coming out and backing it and supporting it, and then all of a sudden go then not supporting it, and then go. It's a psyop, okay? And they're trying to get a certain amount of people to get on board with them, okay? Now, I know the earth's not flat. I know the earth's not round. I know it's not pear-shaped like they say. Do I know that it's flat? No. I believe that it's a plane. I believe that there's hills and valleys, there's peaks, there's mountains, okay? It's not flat as a pancake, okay? But it's also not round spinning. We don't know the truth, okay? We are lied to on a grand scale. So to fight people over the shape of the earth, you're kind of getting lost in the battle that you really shouldn't be getting, which you really shouldn't be focused on.
I can somewhat agree with what he's saying. Basically, this girl was part of the shill team that's there to intercept you if you figure out Earth isn't a globe. When you figure out Earth isn't a globe, you're going to look for people to talk about that subject with. And so they have basically nothing but shills there to intercept you. And then guys like myself and Q and Fee, our content doesn't get promoted by the algorithms. So the chances of you getting intercepted by Jaron or Dave Weiss was a lot higher than you find a guy like me or Q and Fee telling you the actual truth. So these guys were brought in to be the controlled opposition to the globe. Let me show you one more clip. I have to look up the video real quick. I wanted to show she puts up triple sixes over her eyes, and she makes it very blatant. And it was on the old version of the Baby Truther Show intro. And so when somebody goes out of their way to make blatant hand signs, and it's obvious that they aren't doing it accidentally, now this is the most annoying song ever, but I just wanted to show you this clip to show you that shills of a feather flock together. It's one of my favorite things. You can always connect all these shit. Look, see, here's Rose right here. And this is the Baby Truther Show intro song. And she's got the triple sixes over her eyes while cartoon babies dance. Here's Dave Weiss. Here's Alex Stein. And here's Jaron. So these shill bags used to all do this show together. So this was before Alex Stein blew up and got popular. And he used to be one of Jaron's lackeys. And so Jaron and Dave would run this show. And then you can see you got Rose over here doing the triple sixes over her eyes.
all the time. And Jaron from Jaronism, keeping all these babies in line. Let's kick it. It's the Baby Judah Show, and it starts now. Wow. It's the Baby Judah Show. 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 It's the Baby.
And if you look at Rose the whole time, she's just being an absolute goober. So if you look at her dance moves, it's like, dude, what truther watches this? Like, what person who cares about truth would actually watch this? And so that's how I was able to destroy this, was I pointed out that there's dancing babies. There's no truth in this content. It's almost like it's made to rope in children, right? So once I pointed out that this looks like it's made to rope children in to their little shill group, they within like a month or two they stopped doing it. Their ratings went down swiftly, and then they stopped doing it. And then Alex Stein became too cool for this crew. So now Alex Stein, like he's too popular to hang out and do this with them anymore. But this is the shill crew back in the day. And so, yeah, this whole shill crew is brought in to intercept anyone who figures out Earth ain't a globe.
The show. It's the Baby the Show. It's the Baby the Show. It's the Baby the Show. Wow. Sorry.
So there you go. Anyone wondering who this chick is? There you go. She ties back to all the main shills. There she is, 666s on her face. Rose 777, evil shill witch, tied back to the evil lying shill bags, Jaron, Dave Weiss, Alex Stein. If that's not proof enough for you, then why don't you go over there and get conned and duped by those actors? If you aren't convinced, then you don't belong here. Oh, Alex Stein is one of them. So Stein, doesn't take a genius to figure this one out. Like, oh, how come he got promoted? Oh, he's a flamer who'll do whatever in order to be famous. And so if you look at some of the most disgusting, despicable things he did in order to get views, this guy, there's no low that he'll go. So he put on a women's bathing suit and went to Target and walked around like in front of children and people in Target in a woman's bathing suit because he was taking the piss out of the libs by pretending to be a flamer wearing a woman's bathing suit, pretending. So he will wear a woman's bathing suit and then pull, the back of the bathing suit up his butt, right? And then he'll act like a total flamer. And this is supposedly to take the piss out of the libs. I don't get how you can pretend to be a total flamer and that somehow is supposed to hurt the libs. It's like you're basically wearing a woman's bathing suit in front of kids, which makes you the evil piece of shit, basically. And so you can't ironically through comedy, do something that the evil libs do and that somehow take the piss out of them when you're the one doing it. Right? So it would be if Alex Stein wanted to blow a guy at the Pride Parade to take the piss out of the libs, right? See, he's gonna ironically blow a guy to make the liberals look bad. It doesn't work that way. So when a guy like Alex Stein, pulls a bathing suit up his ass, and then goes out in front of children and acts like a flamer, they make it out like, oh, this is a fun right-winger thing to do, to make fun of the left. It's like, no, it's not. No, that's just him being a flamer like he is. He's basically being himself. If Crow seems to be a legit truther, then why would he hang out with Rose? Why would he associate with guys like Jaron? Why would he say that he refuses to call anyone a shill? So the thing about Crow is he's one of those guys like, I'm not going to say someone's a shill because that's negative. Well, fuck you then. Anyone who refuses to call someone a shill, well, fuck you then. Straight up. And I've heard that many, many times. Oh, I don't think anyone's a shill. We're all just different people with different opinions. Oh, yeah, sure. They lied about the shape of the earth, but they didn't hire any shills. Okay, that's something a shill would say. Yeah, Jake, they lied about the earth being a globe. It's not a globe. But they didn't hire any shills. Mark Sargent's just a regular dude. And Crow's just a regular dude. And Jaron's a regular dude. And Dubé's a regular dude. You know, just like you, Jake. You're all just regular dudes, right? No. No. They definitely did hire people to lead people down the wrong rabbit hole. But of course, if you point that out, they have actors and trolls and shills in place to say, you're being divisive. You're hurting the cult community. Yeah, why would he have 777 in his name? The same as Rose. You know, that lady who likes to harvest energy from people. You know, that one. He likes to hang with her, and he also has 777 in his name. Yeah, the Hibbler dude is one of them. He's like their documentary editing guy. He's one of them. He was always pushing ODD. You know, the guy who's in prison right now for violating his parole while he was working with agents like David Weiss. Yeah, Crow's known as the lunar wave guy. If he loves the sun, how come he doesn't talk about the sunrise path, sunrise and sunset angles, how they don't match one circling sun? Why doesn't he talk about how we all see our own sun? You know what? Go fuck yourself. ODD is a wigger, crackhead loser who was working with authorities. He was a shill the whole time. He's a criminal, a sex offender, and he got busted while on parole while he was working with David Weiss. He got busted. That's why he's in prison. So fuck you. He was a circling sun pusher the whole time and a Dubé dick licker. And the last thing he did was work with David Weiss and Eddie Bravo. So fuck you. Don't watch my channel if that's who you want to roll with. You want to roll with some fucking prison inmate sex offender who worked with David Weiss? Fuck you then. And that goes for any of you who doubt anything I say. I've been telling you the truth the whole time. Proven. My record is basically spotless at this point. You got guys like Jaron, who I called out as a fucking actor in 2017. And he's going to flip-flop to the Globe next month. Going to prove me right. Ugh. dabbing good. Why don't you go suck his sex offender dick? Oh, I sound like Dubé, huh? Well, guess who's going bye-bye? You, for life. Bitch. Have fun supporting your prison fucking inmate wiggers. Your sex offender prison inmate wigger flat earthers who you love so much. In fact, I think I might have a video for ODD and you. You know, I wasn't planning on showing this, but since you just showed up and pissed me off, I think I'm going to go ahead and show that time that ODD got all hopped up on pills and alcohol and decided to run his fat mouth. It wasn't but a few weeks later he got locked up. Let's go to my channel and dig up that video where ODD shot his fucking mouth off. Why not? Whenever I want to find a video, it won't fucking pop up unless I scroll all the way back, of course. The search bar doesn't work on my channel. I'll type in the exact name of a video and it won't show up. I have to literally scroll back on my video list. Such bullshit. Wonder if other channels have to fucking deal with this. There's always somebody who wants to stick up for some prison inmate sex offender shill. So we're going to teach that person a lesson. I can't let this shit slide. I never worked with David Weiss. All right, give me like one more minute to look up this video real quick. I got to scroll back like 3 years ago. Shit. Here it is. Okay, I got it.
Jack the asshole, Jake the asshole, and Richie from Boston.
It's lagging. One sec.
I would like to formally invite you two, together or separately, to my show, The Oddcast.
No thanks. I'm good. I have zero interest in going on your terrible shilly podcasts where you hang out with David Weiss and shill the flat earth tracking app Friend Finder. Okay, so here's for that loser who came over here and wanted to lick ODD's taint in my live chat. So here's ODD right here. And this was the last thing that he did before he went back to prison. Here's Hibbler. And here's Dave. And here they are hawking Dave's Friend Finder app with a debunked circling sun path. Oh, and I got some super chats coming in before I get carried away. Joey Anthony says, thanks for the pregame entertainment, Jake. Heading to the bar now. The boys say what's up. Hey, have fun out there tonight, but be safe, man. Dale Hess says, hello, everyone. What's up? Okay. So like I said, I wasn't planning on showing this, but, you know, someone wanted to talk about what a great guy ODD was.
No thanks, hard pass. However, I don't speak for Richie from Boston. So maybe he'll take you up on the offer. But right now, I hear he's running away from the Chinese drones. You need to get right with God. You need to get under your bed. You need to repent to Jesus. And if you don't get right with God, the Chinese drones are going to fly up your asshole and they're going to shoot you with plasma nuclear grenades.
I'd love to hash it out with you two because I hear that we have beef. I find it very strange when I find out that I have beef with somebody that I wasn't aware of months after the beef began.
Let me clear up some confusion for you, Mr. ODD Televizzle. We don't have quote-unquote beef. I just think you're a shill and a no-good piece of shit loser. And I saw that you have a podcast where you hang out with another known shitbag, David Weiss, who loves to watch women get beaten and who loves to hang out with sex offenders like you. And so I think your show is absolutely putrid, and I would never go on your terrible podcast. I would never hang out with you or David Weiss. This is not a beef. This is a personal preference because I am a morally upstanding, awesome dude, and you are a pile of shit. So why would I ever want to hang out with you?
It smells kind of like pussy. In fact, yeah, this shit smells like butt pussy, butt dick and pussy. Man, that shit smells like 3 dudes in one day pussy. That shit's nasty, man. It smells like it's all good. I have a NuvaRing pussy. Shit smells like vaginal bacteriosis pussy. That shit smells like motherfucking bacterial vaginosis. Bacterial vaginosis.
Dude, was that shit supposed to be funny?
Yeah. So imagine you're me and you see that ODD looks like he's twacked out on whatever. And he's making this video where he can't even fucking insult me correctly. Man, some vaginismus macadocious pussy. Some NuvaRing pussy. Was that supposed to hurt my feelings? Try again, Mr. ODD McJizzle.
How drunk are you, ODD? Like, how wasted did you get before you decided to make this video?
It smells kind of like pussy. In fact, yeah, this shit smells like butt pussy, butt dick and pussy. Man, that shit smells like 3 dudes in one day pussy. That shit's nasty, man. It smells like it's all good. I have a NuvaRing pussy. Shit smells like vaginal bacteriosis pussy. That shit smells like motherfucking bacterial vaginosis. That shit smells like trichomoniasis pussy. That shit, man. That pussy smells like I wipe from the back to the front pussy.
Pussy sauteed in butter and garlic sauce, scrambled pussy and eggs, pussy with meatballs, vaginismus supercalifragilisticvaginosis pussy with liver and onions, pussy a la carte, pussy upside your head, pussy up high, pussy down low, pussy everywhere you go.
Where are y'all dudes' balls at, man? Why y'all gonna talk shit about somebody who broke bread with you? Gave you a place to stay, fed you, helped you throw the biggest party you've ever had.
Let's get one thing straight here, OD McDrunkyface. I set up my own Flat Earth gathering in Denver, and then you showed up to my Flat Earth gathering. So quit with all this helping me throw the biggest party of my life. I said I was going to be at a place in Denver, and then you showed up. I didn't specifically ask you to help me throw any party. I also never stayed at your place, and I've also never broke, quote unquote, any bread with you. Again, you showed up to my Flat Earth gathering in Denver, and that was the only time I have ever met you. As far as what you've done with Richie from Boston, that's your business. I have no clue what the two of you have done behind closed doors.
Last time I talked to you, Richie, you were inviting me to some event you were having that Sunday. We talked on a Thursday. You said, "Oh man, hey man, we got to get together. I'll be in Colorado Springs on Sunday doing this thing with my subscribers. You should come." You never hit me up, so I didn't worry about it. I tried to call you after that. I was blocked. I was like, "What? Wait, why am I blocked? What the hell's going on?" You can tell when you're blocked. I mean, I don't know if you know that, but if someone blocks you, it's not hard to tell. It's not like you keep it a secret. Like when I asked you if you blocked me, you're like, "No, there's been no service on my phone." Is that why you come out with a YouTube video every fucking 5 minutes when you're on the road? So yeah, Richie, you told me you were gonna come see me 5 weeks ago. You were gonna stop by my house.
So here he's mad that Richie from Boston didn't stop by his house. Richie, you said you were going to come by my house, but you didn't. You have me blocked. He's upset that Richie didn't hang out with him, you guys. I've been saying that Matthew Priscilla is a little weirdo, and the fact that he is a sex offender is more than enough red flags for me to block him and to not want to hang out with him. But at any rate, I digress. So yeah, that person who came here telling me not to talk bad about ODD, he worked with David Weiss. That means he was a shill. And now he's in prison because while he was working with authorities to lower his sentence because he's a former sex offender, well, he got busted with a bunch of pills, and so he didn't keep up his end of the bargain, which is why he's in prison right now. So if that's who you want to roll with, go for it. When he gets out, have fun supporting him. Meanwhile, me, the guy who, didn't work with David Weiss and is not a shill and who isn't in prison right now, I'm going to be doing this, telling the truth. So you can pick and choose which one you want to support. Imagine showing up to the Jake the Asshole channel to support a prison inmate sex offender wigger. And then I end up giving you all this attention. and making you look like a fucking fool because you're the guy who followed that guy and decided you wanted to make a big enough deal of it here in my chat to tell me that I should watch my mouth about what I say about that motherfucker? You are in the wrong place, sir. That's why you are no longer allowed here. Oh boy. Mag's a shill. I've told you many times that he makes shit up about like humans come from the land beyond the ice wall, and then he shows cartoon lands beyond the ice wall, says that that's where humans come from. But of course, my favorite mag lie of all time. Let me tell you something, people. You need to wake your ass up right now. Vern Troyer is not a real man. Vern Troyer from the Austin Power movie, The Mini-Me, is an animatronic robot, people. He's not a real man. Let me tell you something, people. You need to wake your ass up right now. There's no real man that be that small. There's no man that small, people. He's an animatronic robot. It's my favorite mag lie of all time, that Vern Troyer from Austin Powers was a robot. And you know what his evidence was? He's too small to be a real guy. That's it. That's his evidence. Let me tell you something, people. Vern Troyer, there's no way that's a real man. You never seen a real man that small? Wake your ass up. He's an animatronic robot, people. The day he said that Vern Troyer was an animatronic robot and offered zero evidence, I was like, holy shit. What an amazing lie. What a crazy shillbag he is. And I can't believe people are falling for it. There's people in the audience like, thanks, Mag, for hitting us with the BAM. Thanks for the BAM, Mag. Lost Soul says, I never heard of any of these truthers. Well, they're shills, and lucky you if you haven't. None of these names ring a bell. Lucky you. So the story goes that he groped an older lady. That's the story that he tells out of his mouth, but there's no way to know for sure. But he says he groped and touched an older woman inappropriately. That's what he admitted to on camera. But we don't know for sure. All praises to Yah says, I've heard about Mag, though, back in 2020. His channel was canceled a lot. Yeah, but they can trick you into thinking that, like, shills are legit by fake taking down their channel or having them purposely get their channel taken down. So, like, you know, if Trump gets banned off of Twitter, does that make Trump legit? You see what I'm saying? If Alex Jones gets banned off of YouTube, does that make Alex Jones legit? You know? So Eric Dubay had his channel taken down, but then he just made another one. And ODD had his channel taken down, but then he made another one. And so if your channel does get taken down, you can just go make another one. And in a lot of cases, it ends up growing bigger than the original one that got taken down. So just by having your channel taken down doesn't automatically give you the credibility of being legit. I've never had my channel taken down, but that doesn't mean I'm not legit. My channel is loaded with truth content. Now, they have taken down plenty of videos off my channel. The most recent ones were when Trump got not shot in his ear. They took down 2 of my videos. but they left my live stream alone. So it still happens from time to time that they remove shit from my channel. But I've been lucky enough that each time I get like a strike, then I'll kind of cool off and wait for those strikes to expire. And so the closest I came to getting the channel taken out was a few times I had 2 strikes. But on those occasions, I quit. I put everything to private, and then I go post on my backup channel. I haven't had to do that in a long time, though. Yes, David Icke is a longtime shill. If you haven't figured that out, then you're probably still getting duped by Alex Jones and January 6th and shit like that. Maybe someone else can give you a rundown about Quantum of Conscience, Matt. I've only watched a little bit of his stuff, and I can't recall anything that like off the top of my head to tell you. But like maybe someone here might have some dirt on him. But that's one of those channels that like I think I even might have subbed to him, but then I just never sat and watched the videos. I think I watched a couple, and then I just stopped. I'm one of those guys that I don't watch other people that much, unless it's like a friend of mine or somebody like Q and Fee. Riley Real 5 says Matt used to sell kidnapping insurance. No joke. He was also on Fox News once, and he worked for. Oh, that's bad. You tie back to AJ, or you've done some sort of mainstream news interview. Yeah, those are 2 gigantic red flags. I didn't know that. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Folks, I'm so glad that Trump won the election. I was fixing to eat my neighbor's ass. I was fixing to cut my neighbor's ass cheeks off. I was going to fillet them ass cheeks. And I was going to saute them up with some onions and some fava beans. I was going to feed my neighbor's ass to my daughters. My daughters were not going to go hungry. I was worried that our democracy was going to crumble. But thanks to our Lord and Savior Trump, he won the election. And folks, if Trump would not have won the election, I was fixing to cry. I was fixing to bawl my eyes out. Do you want to know what it would look like if Kamala would have won the election? Do you guys want to see? You want to see how much I would have cried? This is what it would have looked like to see Alex Jones cry. It would have looked something like this. Boo! Goddamn! Hoo! Boo! Hoo! Higgity hoo! Frickin' frackin' goddamn globalists! So as you can see, I'm glad that didn't happen. Instead, we celebrated when Trump was victorious over that Kamalan demon dirtbag. Speaking of, I think I want to hear the AJ song. I haven't heard it in a while. Let me see if I can dig up Eat Your Leftist Ass. your leftist ass. All right, here it is. One of my favorite songs in all of YouTube.
ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. My children aren't going hungry. I'll do it. I'll drink your blood. And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like size it up? I'm gonna haul him up that chain. Chop his ass up, size it up. I'm gonna haul him up that chain. Chop, 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 chop. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will cook your ass up so fast. I'll tell them, oh, I killed a cow out back, baby. You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, it's the last thing I do. I'm going to get my hands around your throat.
Folks, now when I say I'm going to eat your leftist ass, all right, some people think I'm joking around. Some people think I'm being tongue-in-cheek. I'm serious. I'm freaking serious. If Trump would have lost the election, I would have literally eaten my neighbor's ass, and I would have loved it. In fact, I'm a little disappointed. I didn't get to eat my neighbor's ass. Let me tell you what. After Trump leaves office and some evil demon-crat takes over, that's what I'm fixing. Eat my neighbor's ass. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Little Alex Jones for you. He wants to eat some butt. He wants to eat your leftist booty butt. All right. What goes good with leftist ass? Rightist dick. Well, I know some Trump lovers who will. Never mind. Never mind. Yes. Stop with the Bill Hicks comparison. Bill Hicks is much older. It's a 10-year difference, and some people would argue that Alex Jones looks 10 years older than his actual age. There's quite the similarities between those two. Let's not act like that there is no similarities. The fact that Hicks disappeared about the time Alex Jones showed up. And they could have different Alex Jones. Who knows? So as I told you, that the first thing I was going to do was I was going to walk into my Oval Office and I was going to grab Scruffy Joe by his scruffy little neck and I was going to look right in his beady little eyes and I was going to say, "You're fired. get the hell out of my office. Well, apparently I have to wait a little longer before I can make that dream become a reality. But what I am already on my way to doing for all you lovely people, I am going to turn down the gas knob for you. I'm going to lower the gas price because I love all of you and I want you to have more gas in your vehicle on me. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the gas meter down. This is going to control the gas prices across the country. I'm turning it down for you. Woo, there you go. I just lowered the gas prices for you. And I've already drafted up a bill to implement Trumptricity into all of your lovely homes. Once I am back in my office where I rightfully belong, Trumptricity will indeed come to fruition, just like I told you it would. As you know, I have teamed up with my bestest buddy. Some say we're in a bit of a bromance. Now, I cannot confirm or deny that. But me and my bro, Elon, all right, we have been hanging out. We've been discussing things. We've been talking about Starlink, SpaceX, Trumptricity. A lot of wonderful things are going on behind the scenes. Imagine a SpaceX rocket running efficiently off of Trumptricity rather than rocket fuel. We're going to revolutionize the space travel industry forever. And you know who's going to pay for the whole thing? Ching chong, ching ching chong, ching 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 chong, China. Oh. And I guess it's gonna be a long, long time till Elon's rocket lands inside my behind. I'm not the man you think I am at home. No, 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 no. I'm a rocket man. Butt freakers forever. You know what BFF means? It means they're a bunch of butt freaking flaggots. This guy thinks I'm a dork. You know what? You might be right. He might be right. Andy says I'm so cool. I'm either a dork or I'm so cool. I'm a so dorky cool guy. Deadbeat says, I like Morgan Freeman being Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I said on my last stream, that's one of those that I can't confirm it, but like I can't say for sure that those aren't the same guy. So that's one of those where I don't know. Like maybe it could be, but I haven't seen convincing enough evidence that says yes for sure. And so a couple of weeks ago, I pointed out that if indeed Morgan Freeman used to be the character we know as Jimi Hendrix, well, then I wonder if tucked away in a closet is a Fender Stratocaster, and every once in a while, when no one's looking, when no one's around, if Morgan pulls out the old Fender Strat and is like, wow, bow, bow, wow, wow, whack it, wow, wow, no, 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 wow, no, 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 well, I'm standing next to a mountain, and I drop it down with the edge of my hand. Right? Wouldn't that be cool if like no one's around in a top secret room? Morgan Freeman whips out the old Stratocaster and dusts off some voodoo child. That would be cool. I think that'd be neat to see. I wonder if Jimmy would sing the songs like Morgan Freeman. Hello, I am standing next to a mountain, and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. I pick up all the pieces and make an island, even raise a little sand. Some folks trust me. I hope you trust me. If you trust me, you should get the vaccine. I trust me. Do you? I was trying to buck with Morgan Freeman. He wasn't trying to work with me. So I was like, fuck you. Man, I got blackballed. I got blackballed by Oprah. They wasn't even going to let me on The View. Man, I was trying to work with The View. They wasn't even trying to work with me. I was like, hell nah. And they was like, what? And I was like, oh, fuck nah. And they was like, yeah. You know, because I'm like a free thinker and stuff. So like, that's why they don't want to have me on their program. You know, that's why they don't want to work with me, because I be like a free thinker. You know. Nathan Milham says, how does Arabic music sound again? Oh, hey, yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like that. So, you know, you walk into a mini mart and the Middle Eastern dude has some of his country's music playing and he's like rocking out. It's like, and he's like, yes, this is my favorite song. I love this jam. This is my jam. It's called That is my favorite. Here comes my favorite part of this song. I'm gonna turn it up right now. Now I'm starting to turn into Cheech. This is my favorite part of the song, man, is when it goes, yeah, 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 man. You know, that is my favorite part of the song, you see. It's like I suddenly turned into a Norteño. A Middle Eastern guy's favorite part of the song is when another Middle Eastern guy goes, whereas I like guitar solos. So when I hear a cool guitar solo, I geek out. I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. Whereas a Middle Eastern dude, he'll hear another Middle Eastern guy go, and he'll be like, oh, I love that part. That part is awesome. Right? It's like we hear music differently. We appreciate different things. So it makes us unique. You are watching The Real Saturday Night Live, unscripted, real comedy. Hit that like button if you are enjoying yourself. We started out with Trump and him and Elon being best buds, and how he picked Dr. Oz and Linda McMahon to be part of his team. So we went over that in the first hour. And then after that, we kind of opened it up and talked about all sorts of different stuff. So if you are enjoying yourself, please hit the thumbs up button. It really does help. You know, if there's 1,000 thumbs up, then people are more likely to see it because YouTube will more likely promote it. Whereas if there's only 500 thumbs up, then YouTube might think that this sucks donkey balls, and then they might not show it to anyone. So help YouTube think that this content doesn't suck donkey balls by hitting the thumbs up. Because if you don't, then YouTube might mistakenly think that this stream licks donkey testicles, and it doesn't. You know damn well that this stream does not lick donkey testicles. YouTube might get that impression if you don't hit the thumbs up. So that's a really good reason to do it. Cactus Jack says, when having guests on again? Maybe I could set up the next stream for like an open panel stream. So I've been on here for 2.5 hours, and I'm kind of gonna wind it down here soon. So I'm thinking maybe next stream I could do an open panel dealie.
If Elmo was to win in the next election, Elmo is pretty sure that Elmo would beat Trump because Elmo has policies that will really make America really great again. Whereas Donald Trump is lying and he's not making America great like he said he would do. If you elect Elmo, Elmo will make all your wildest dreams come true.
Frankly, America, you don't want to listen to this guy. He's got a hand up his behind, and somebody is controlling everything that he says. Frankly, I think it's somebody who works for Kamala, a creepy Joe. Don't listen to this red-haired, furry little weasel. First thing I'm going to do, as your Lord and Savior, President of the greatest country that there ever was, I'm going to abolish all Sesame Street characters. Quite frankly, they're creepy. They need to go. They're crusty. They're dusty. They're creepy.
I'm trying to find a way to make Elmo and Trump feud, and that's the best I could come up with.
Every time a black man walking down the street, always trying to mess with a black man talking about white people. Every time white people bringing up a black man, always want to talk about a black man walking down the street, minding his own business. White people. Frankly, I've been telling you for years that these loudmouth comedians, like Chris Rock, they're not on your side. They're lying to you, all right? They're trying to cause divide, a racial divide between the white man and the black man, when the truth is we should all love each other. We should all get together and have a vape and sing Kumbaya around our overlanders, because we are all the same on the inside. I never heard such bullshit in my life. What this man's speaking right now is bullshit. He's a white man talking about black men don't know nothing about black people.
There you go. Dispassionate Observer says, Jake, darling, I'm frying pork rinds. Come on over. Oh, okay. I'll be right there. You're frying pork rinds? Oh, well, in that case, I'll be right over. See ya in a few. I actually bought a pork belly today. Smoked pork belly. It's really tender, too. It looks like this. And then I was slicing pieces off of it. It's really good. Smoked pork belly. All right, I saw a meme that is really damn good. About as good of a meme as you can basically make today. Let me pull it up for you. You guys tell me what you think. I think it's a winner. What do you think? It's good, huh? Cognitive Dissonance 101. Did you get jabbed? No. Will you chip your brain? No. Do you support Jab Daddy and Captain Brain Chip? Yes. Yep, pretty much every Trumper in a nutshell. Will you take the jab? No. Will you take a brain chip? No. But you love Trump and Elon Musk, right? Uh-huh. Pretty much. Okay, y'all. I'm going to get off here and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And for those of you watching the fake phony football games tomorrow, enjoy wasting your time. Bet responsibly. Excuse me. Bet responsibly if you are going to bet on those phony scripted games. And I'll try and do another live stream in another couple days or so. I won't make you wait as long. All right. So maybe we'll plan for like Monday night. We'll do the maybe the open panel live stream. We'll do an open topic, open panel live stream maybe Monday night. If not Monday, maybe Tuesday. So all right, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for live chit-chatting. Thank you for all the donations. I will go back and watch the replay and read everybody's messages. So anyone who didn't get your message read live, I will go back and read it. So thanks for hanging out with me on a Saturday night, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.